Derrick Henry put the Baltimore Ravens on his back Saturday night at Lambeau Field, leading his team to a dominant 41-24 victory over Green Bay, with quarterback Lamar Jackson sidelined due to a back injury. The performance cemented Henry's place among the greatest running backs in NFL history. Henry demolished the Packers for 216 rushing yards and a career-high 4 rushing touchdowns on a career-high 36 carries, averaging 6 yards per attempt. He now has 7 career 200-yard rushing games, breaking a tie with Adrian Peterson and Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson for the most in NFL history. The 216 yards also represent the most ever by a visiting player against the Packers. Henry tied Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Brown for the most games with 200-plus rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns with 2 such performances. He racked up 103 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half alone on 21 carries, including scores on Baltimore's first 2 drives that set the tone immediately. The 31-year-old now has 122 career rushing touchdowns, good for 4th most in NFL history. To average 6 yards per carry on 36 attempts in 30-degree temperatures at Lambeau Field is nothing short of incredible. Every time Henry touched the football, it felt like a first down was about to happen at minimum. His classic stiff arm made multiple appearances on long runs that demoralized the Packers' defense. Green Bay committed 2 major first-half mistakes, a turnover on downs on 4th and inches at their own 34, and an aborted snap resulting in a fumble in their own territory. Baltimore only converted those miscues into 6 combined points on 2 field goals, keeping the game closer than it should have been early. The game essentially ended when third-string quarterback Clayton Tune entered for Green Bay. Wide receiver Bo Melton dropped Tune's first pass attempt in the 4th quarter, and the deflection landed in Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphrey's hands. Henry followed up that takeaway with his 4th and final rushing touchdown, a 25-yard toss play to the left that put an exclamation point on his historic performance. Malik Willis also stuffed the stat sheet before departing with an aggravated right shoulder injury. He completed 18 of 21 throws in place of Jordan Love for 288 yards and a touchdown, a 39-yard scoring strike to Christian Watson on a seam route up the middle on just his 2nd throw of the game. Willis also contributed 60 rushing yards and 2 read option touchdown runs from 22 and 11 yards on 9 carries. That made Willis the first player in Packers history with over 250 passing yards, a passing touchdown, over 50 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns in a single game. Willis, who will hit unrestricted free agency ahead of his age 27 season in 2026, made himself serious money Saturday night. The Ravens remain alive for the AFC North title, but they need Cleveland to knock off division-leading Pittsburgh to force a winner-take-all game against the Steelers in Week 18. It's a shame that Henry's and Baltimore's 2025 playoff dreams will likely die Sunday, as they must rely on the 3-12 Browns to upset the 9-16 Steelers. The Packers fall to 9-6-1, but have already clinched a playoff spot and are now locked into the 7th seed in the NFC. Green Bay's defense sorely misses All-Pro edge rusher Micah Parsons, who suffered a season-ending torn ACL. The Packers allowed 100.5 rushing yards per game in the first 15 weeks with Parsons on the field, 8th best in the NFL. They're now averaging 228.5 rushing yards per game in his absence since Week 16. For comprehensive NFL coverage and breaking news, subscribe to USA Today News for professional analysis and updates you can trust.